do not comprehend, I can attempt to articulate myself and express my emotions in a way that allows you to understand. If communication is lacking, we can work on developing a more sufficient dynamic that allows for effective communication. Yet if you choose to be less than accountable, because accountability is a choice for your own actions, not even the individual's feelings, but your actions, there will be no conclusion or compromise. Certain sentiments I know I cannot convey to certain people because the message will never reach them. I mean, it would be absolutely pointless to even make an attempt. Absolutely pointless. If someone chooses not to acknowledge a person's feelings, they will not and cannot properly receive the individual's perceived experience. If a person is not accountable for themselves as part of a collective, the relationship will never prosper. I've been in circumstances where I would express my feelings to my afflictor, and in turn, I was responded to with no remorse. Instead, I was told that their feelings were more valid than mine, and that mine were irrational. And I bring this up not to say that their feelings are not real, but to express how something real is not valid. Within a conflict or a moment of vulnerability, you may hear the phrase, "my feelings are valid." But sometimes our real feelings can stem from real issues, real problems, and unresolved trauma, toxic immaturity, and biased beliefs. Many of our feelings and how we perceive other people's feelings pertaining to how we acted upon that person or that situation can be rooted in a faulty belief system that is fed by the absence of accountability, invalidating what we deem to be as valid emotions and exposing it for what it truly is, a bunch of BS. Not being able to reconcile within yourself that maybe you're an afflictor, that maybe you're the villain in somebody's story, that you're not always the victim, and should consider taking accountability for your actions and how your actions made another person feel, regardless of your intent. Communication, comprehension, and most of all, accountability can impact the compatibility of any relationship, regardless of chemistry. Seeing my relationships as puzzles and viewing myself as a puzzle piece granted me the ability to understand how compatibility can fragment the image of any relationship. May that puzzle piece be exercised or neglected, it will always be liable to change. The picture will always be the same picture when the puzzle is pieced. The pieces will always belong to that puzzle. Yet the pieces are not liable to withhold the original quality. Some pieces may mature faster than others, allowing for a visible distortion. Maybe the cardboard on the edges are lifted, or the picture on that one piece is completely erased. The pieces are liable to change. You are liable to change. The relationship is liable to change. Regardless of the chemistry, the compatibility of that relationship can incite change within that relationship. Chemistry is the connection. It's the very component that allows for many relationships to develop. It's a spiritual and emotional bondage. Relationships that are formed by aspiration, similar dreams, similar goals, or relationships formed from trauma and adversity. May that be within your childhood or your teenage years or even within adulthood. There's relationships that are formed because of these things, because of the chemistry that you share, given your experiences, given your feelings, given your trauma, given your aspirations. Whereas compatibility is the progress. It's the tangible changes within the dynamics of that relationship. It's financial, academic, professional, domestic changes that are tangible and have the capability of halting further progression. Until you realize that a relationship consists of more than communication and chemistry, that compatibility can impact your relationship, that comprehension can impact your relationship, that accountability can impact your relationship, you may experience conflict more times than none with those that you are intimately connected to, whether that be platonic or romantic or familial. You know, if you do not realize and reconcile with yourself that accountability is necessary, that comprehension is necessary, along with communication, you might face more difficulties within your relationship than is needed.